Every day's another challenge. Juice gang living with balance. Stay thirsty, not dangerous. Talk dangerous. Talk smoking in the night, it's just us. Who's just us? Stay thirsty, not dangerous. Juice gang moves, we are. Juice gang moves, we are notorious.
What is up, Twitch, and welcome to the Raise Flaves Radio Show. You are in for another treat tonight. Another great show, another great guest. That's right, the Raise Flaves Radio Show. Thank you for joining us tonight. Painting Polish, what is up, what is up, what is up? I know it's one after another, my friend. Thank you for hanging in there, my friend. Painting Polish in the house. Let's do this, let's do this. Every so often, we sit down and we have a chat with our friend, Kshotem. Kshotem is another interviewer, just like me. He has a podcast. I call it a podcast, but it's actually a YouTube channel. It's an amazing, huge YouTube channel which interviews the up-and-coming underground hip-hop artists. Let me show you what it looks like. It looks just like this. The Kshotem YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, go ahead and go right there. There's the link, and subscribe to that channel, and you're going to see the hippest, latest in up-and-coming hip-hop artists, especially from Santa Ana, Anaheim, the Orange County area. You didn't think the Orange County was gangster? You will find out some truth on the Kshotem channel. There is some gangsterism going down in Santa Ana, Anaheim area, all that area. Gangsterism is everywhere, thanks to our friends, that have come before, and it's everywhere. So the Kshotem is making it happen, and the hip-hop is going down. The newest and greatest on the Kshotem channel. Make sure you follow Kshotem right there. I sent you the link. You can do that as well. There you go. There you go. So we got to catch up with Kshotem and see what he's been up to, see what's the latest and greatest. I learned so much every time I talk to Kshotem, so I can't wait to talk to this guy. And without further ado, please help me welcome Mr. Kshotem to the show. There he is. What's up, my man? Let me know, guys. Let me know if you can hear him. He's a little low on my side, but make sure you guys can hear him on your side. Let me see here. Let me just check some signal here. Boom, boom, boom. Let me turn you up a little bit. Not going crazy. Okay. All right. What's been going down, my man?
Just regular stuff, man. Every day is a new mission. We just get on the road to get it. On that pathway.
Nice. Did you did you hear him that time, Painting Polish? Let's make sure you're coming through. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, cool. So he is faint. Okay. Yeah, let me turn him up. Talk again?
Yo, yo, yo.
Okay, there you go. Bringing you up. Fantastic. On the road to getting it. You got a lot. I seen you bringing in a lot of new interviews, bringing in a lot of new stars from the Orange County area. Who are some of the newer guys you got coming on?
Recent guy I got is Evil 729. He's coming out of Eastside Garden Grove, and he's really the voice out of there right now with the music shit. There ain't really like an artist that's really like really putting it on the forefront, representing it enough to really let it be known. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's Evil 7421. What's his name?
Evil 729.
Evil 729. There you go. Crazy, crazy. He's bringing in that hardcore style. I've seen some of the interviews, seen some of the videos. are you is right now? Are you busy with a mixed bag of interviews, and you're also managing some of these guys and creating some of their videos for them? Right? Is that true?
Yeah, like, a lot of the guys that I'm promoting right now, I'm managing them, and I just put them in a group called KTSG Records. You know what I mean?
You created your own record company?
Yeah, yeah. I created a little record company, KTSG Records, and that's just so, like, if I'm managing them all separately, it's like might as well just throw them all in a group, and so that's what people been seeing a lot on my channel recently is me promoting the guys, shooting their music videos, doing that, but I do obviously, the interviews too. I'm gonna start dropping interviews again. You know what I mean, back to back like I was before. It's just I gotta I have so much different content out there that I have to dish it out all a certain way to stack it a certain way on my page too. You know what I mean?
Right, right, yeah. That's one of the things that I'm learning from you because you do so many things. How do you keep track because you have so much content? You have interviews, you have the videos that you do, you have to post on these different social medias. Help us understand how to be more organized when we're trying to put out some of our social media.
See, like with me, I have so much different types of content that I do. Like, like say like if I do a reaction video, then most of the time I just post that like on my YouTube channel and I might show it on my story. If it's a real like key thing, I really like that video. I think it's gonna get some attention. I'll post it on my Instagram, or if they, bought the post, and I'll post it on there. But since I have so much content though, what I mean, I just focus on certain things, and it becomes like certain time frames on my page that you get to look at. Like I had the blue interviews, then I progressed into the backdrop and the lighting and all, and then I started to really just like promote artists again, like out in public. You know what I mean? Like I took it back to the concrete. You know what I mean? And that's what you've been seeing recently, just me out there again. You know what I mean? Like just
On the streets.
where people, yeah, on the streets, like where it started originally. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, because the react. I ask you the question because you're just so innovative. You're constantly adding things. The reaction
yeah,
videos are something new. That's something that you just started bringing in more recently. So that's a whole nother thing that you've added to your icebox there.
yeah, that is something I did. I did the first one I think about a year ago with my cousin. You know what I mean? Like, but it really came more in probably like I don't even know, maybe like 6 months ago, I would say. You know what I mean? Like I started to shoot them and then edit them my way. You know what I mean? And I started to present those more, and it's just just because it's just more ways to have content and be you know uh consistent with your craft. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
I was so consistent with it. It's like, well, shit. I'm not just an interviewer, you know what I mean? Like I'm a content creator too, so I just start. It's just a part of expanding, you know what I mean?
100%. Yeah, I like it because I like the idea that it's already it's already going well. The interviews are
Right.
clean. They're coming on a schedule. Boom, 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 boom. And you love your community so much. You're like, let's mix it up. Let's throw in this reaction video. So help people understand those reaction videos. You're recording the interview launches, and then you actually watch the interview that you've done live on Twitch. Is that what you do?
Um. Well, what I've been doing recently, and that's shouts out to you for putting me onto like streaming more and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um. I'll go on there, either restream or whatever, and after I drop something, I'll go on there and I'll just like get people's attention on it by watching it myself, and then I'll, drop that link on my story and tell them, hey man, I'm on over here on
Freaking
YouTube
smart,
Live.
dude. What a way to advertise. Like instead of just like popping reels, you're like, I'm gonna put this out and then I'm gonna be live watching it myself and promote it that way.
Right.
That's freaking smart.
And then you just record yourself, put that on your story of what's going on, tag me,
Yeah.
because everything is promoting. Because within that, now I'm promoting like my channel and content that relates to other content because it's essentially a follow up, or if it's the same person, they'll be interested because it's they just seen this from them. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh, you got
Yeah. Hold on one second. The
like,
animal's trying to get in. Hold on a second. Hold on.
ooh, damn, letting the ducks in. Ah, I'm tired as a mother. I need to get a little video of my boy Ray.
Woo. Sorry about that. Juice gang gang, juice gang gang. The juice dad was trying to get into the freaking studio. Out of control. Crazy, dude. So yeah, so you're watching it and you're streaming it on there. So it's like it's a great picture because you're not just saying go listen to me, go watch me. You're showing yourself, doing it yourself.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, that's just I guess the advertisement part of it, but it's just like my own little formula, and it's nothing that I really think about. I just do it. You know what I mean? Like,
Nice.
yeah, I never really thought about it. Like, oh, I'm gonna advertise this right now. Just like I just think about it. Like, how am I gonna get this out there? And then I just think of all the ways to get it done. You know?
Yeah, I think it's not advertisement in like a negative way. It's
Oh yeah,
advertisement, but it's also community build because you're out
yeah.
there building a community on Twitch, and that's starting to grow, and so you're just building a stronger brand, and it's awesome. And then you turn around and actually, what I really love, and I think the community probably loves it as well, is that you're showing us your editing process. So you're on stream editing some of these videos and walking through the process and stuff like that, which is very unique.
Yeah, I mean, I do give out a lot of like, key things as things are going on, what I'm doing, you know what I mean, how I do it. I don't give out everything, but it's like,
Sure.
I do explain certain things, you know what I mean, like, just to let them in more of my world, because I think a lot of video guys, and people that do what I do, they don't really let people in too much of the struggles that it really takes to be consistent or deal with people on a daily basis, and just put out the work on a schedule like that, and you don't let nothing get in between that. I mean,
Nice.
you gotta be living for that shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. I mean, you're going for it. I think it's just really super interesting. Showing the process is always intriguing for the audience to see a little bit behind, not everything, but at least some behind the scenes stuff. I was watching Pizza Princess is my favorite. Pizza Princess on Twitch is one of my favorite streamers. She does a show where she actually is showing you basically inside of her pizza restaurant. So she's making pizzas and she's streaming. And her whole show is that, and she's got tons of followers. She's huge to the point where it's now a company. It's a huge brand called G Universe is what she calls it. It's on Instagram and everything like that. It's on. She's got her own website, but she's actually also now streaming her meetings. So she's actually streaming her actual meetings that are going on about the brand. So any kind of like inside things where you're like inside the circle type of thing, I think it makes an awesome impact on the community.
yeah, because I mean, it just makes people want more of what they just seen. You know what I mean? And it's you show them a little bit. You know what I mean? That they gonna want to see something. That's why content aspect is important. You know what I mean? Because visualizing things is different than just you know hearing about it or whatever. You know what I mean? Like people actually want to see what's going on.
Right, right, exactly. Like how it's like like how the flow is, like how's it going. Did a shout out for you right there, by the way. It says in the master of edit base, slicing and dicing interviews with precision. Though their recent streams are as elusive as victory royales, their Fortnite skills are no myth. When they do the live, it's a guarantee that you'll be on the edge of your seat, whether you're building in game or an IRL. Follow for that notification buzz. Don't miss the Twitch TV Kshotem show. There's the shout out.
I mean, that's a hell of a shout out. Goddamn.
There you go. So how are you liking being on Twitch?
I mean, it's cool, you know what I mean? I just, been on that Fortnite a lot, you know what I mean?
By the way, Kshotem has no idea that there's categories on Twitch and that you can make your own. You can go on any category you want. Kshotem just went. I thought you were doing that on purpose, like you wanted because everybody's watching Fortnite. So I was like, oh, this guy's a genius. He's like, I'm gonna go to the Fortnite channel. I'm gonna go to the Fortnite because everybody's on there. I was like, damn, this guy's freaking smart. He's gaming it.
No, yeah. Yeah, no, definitely though. Like, I just never changed it, you know what I mean? Like, whatever, just running, you know what I mean? But no, it's cool, man. Like, it just that opened me up to doing. Actually, that's what really opened me up to doing the reaction videos because I started presenting to my cousin at that time. Like, once you put me on to like, hey man, like you should go streaming more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got onto the StreamYard. And me and my cousin started, playing with this. So around that time, that's when, I started going live more and all those things. So, I forgot where I was going with that shit. But
basically, you started going live, and then you went live, and then you went live.
But it's definitely like Twitch and YouTube live, all that for sure came in. Once you put me onto that shit, you know what I mean? Like, cause I always knew about it, but I never really like focused on it.
Yeah.
Until he was like, "Hey man, why don't you do it?"
Yeah, I tell people like this is the way to go because it's just so different, and it's different in the way that. Like if you're on Instagram, you're floating reels. If I love YouTube, I'm creating videos specifically for YouTube. I'm creating specific shorts for YouTube. But if I want to really get close to my community, this is the only way to do it. To be on Twitch, to people chat, building points, redeems, funny redeems. We have a juice community. We call it juice community. They know what the juice is. They know where the juice comes from. They know the lore. They know about Chapachui, the mystical beast that we created here on the show. All those different things, those things that we're building into the brand are just going to make a stronger community. And the same thing could happen to you. So I'm excited that you did it. You continue to do it, and because I've told people to do it, and it's daunting. It's not easy, right? Twitch is a whole different beast.
This is the thing about anything you do, man. Like, and this is what people slack the most on is, one, you gotta figure out whatever you're doing, whatever platform, whatever you gotta figure out and learn the platform first. And then you gotta be patient, you know what I mean? Like you gotta feed it, you know what I mean? It's just like anything else. Like Instagram and everything else is no different except Twitch and YouTube and all these different platforms. You just have to like look at it, direct it, approach it differently. You have to. That's why you have to figure it out, And obviously, I didn't figure it out on Instagram, but Twitch and all these other things. Like right now, I'm not on so much, but I'm just using it to make the content. But I do be on it a little bit here or there. So it is one of those things that one little nick. You never know. One little niche, you know what I mean? Like you never know what I might take from that one little thing that was learned, and that's why with me, I definitely like, am interested in finding out more about, Twitch, going stream, you know what I mean? Cause I know that's helping me grow for sure too, because it opened up a lot of other doors that basically like I already had within myself, except like I said, that little thing, that one little thing, it's like overreaction videos, this, that oh yeah, and also those live interviews. I done had a couple interviews, like one dude from like South Carolina, and
You like where you were out on the street or what?
then just like right here on
Oh, you've been
the
doing these
streaming.
streaming others?
Right, yeah. So
Nice.
that whole, when you put me onto the whole like streaming stuff, that's one of the things, reactions, those streams, you know what I mean, with live interviews is what I call them, you know what I mean, just little conversations, kind of like what we're doing right now. It's just I try to make it still into like a little interview based little thing, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But people seem to like those too.
Nice. Yeah, because it kind of opens it up. Like pretty much you can interview. Like I interviewed somebody from Sweden like last year because there's no limit. You can stream together.
Well, see, that's kind of like all you kind of focus on. So you're gonna be getting people from like wherever, damn near. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
when you do those live stream things, for sure. You know what I mean? Because like with me, everybody I'm dealing with is in person. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
everybody's in person, like interview, photo shoots, like so they got to be local, obviously. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, because your look is it's a complete package. It's the way you sit. Like we talked about in the first time you were on the show. It was like the couch, the logo, the lighting that you use. It's a package.
oh yeah, man. I mean, and it just gets thicker and thicker, as things go on, especially with the whole like record thing. You know what I mean? The group aspect. It's just a thing of like everybody falling in line how they should, not letting like their emotions get the best of them or their feelings and shit like that. Because most of these guys are younger. You know what I mean? So it's just a thing of like sitting back, watching how people operate and it is a challenge, don't get me wrong, because, you got egos flying everywhere. It don't matter what age motherfuckers be, you know what I mean? They still gonna have some type of feel within their body, and it's essentially me helping guide people too. It's like I'm teaching people like qualities too. It's not just like the music shit. It's like
Interesting.
I mean,
That's
oh yeah,
awesome.
man.
That's awesome. You're like
Yeah,
mentoring these kids because these guys
yeah.
are street folks. These guys are not no joke. They're 12-year-old gangsters and they could be going down the wrong direction.
I mean, yeah, I mean, there's people out here like that for sure, you know what I mean? It's just, a lot of it too is, the influence has always been, whatever it is.
Be
And I mean,
hard.
yeah, I can't control like the type of music people make, but I could like let them know for the better decisions to make in the near future, depending on however they're living. I mean, most people, they take the music and they just feel just either however they feeling or whatever they've been through or whatever the case may be, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, their
it's always
life.
been an outlet at the end of the day, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Hip hop's always had that aspect of the street. It comes from the street. It is a street music, and then you have now the newer artists are seeing what has been done the past 20 years or 50 years. Hip hop is 50 years old, by the way. I don't know if you know that, but it's it's just celebrate their anniversary. So it's years of watching that and then trying to emulate those sort of things. And whether you emulate the positive or the negative, that's your choice. And we see what happens with like a Kendrick Lamar and those kind of things, the fights and the battles and Tupac and Biggie
Well,
battles. So
you know,
yeah,
everything nowadays is so not only watered down but like fabricated that like I mean hell even Fulio his death you know what I mean like there's somebody on his Instagram posting like shit probably in his phone acting like he's still alive so it's like that's the
dang,
world that's the world we're in now where it's so fabricated where like people and see a weak-minded person will probably like oh he's still alive like bro come on bro like
they love the thing especially you're on YouTube, so everything is a rabbit hole on YouTube, right?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of shit on YouTube nowadays, like that's just like on some clickbait shit. Like, and I
Yeah,
noticed that when the whole Diddy thing came out, like I seen like every single day a new video, just a blatant clickbait. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't even like
It wasn't even about
shit.
Diddy, and it just had a
I
thumbnail of
mean,
it.
not really. Just like a bunch of other content. Like, what the fuck is this shit? So,
Yeah.
yeah, like, you're gonna find all types of shit nowadays on the internet. That's why I take pride in like having like that real content, organic. That's why like I love to get out there and record the real life, real shit that's going on because like everything like everybody wants to paint that picture, either they're popping already or whatever, like they don't want to show where it started, you know what I mean? I feel like
I like that.
with the music shit, it's so important because if you go look at my old interviews, there's so many people that tell me, oh, take them down, take them off. I'm like, nah,
Never.
man, like that shows like the growth, like it shows like how much better they are now. Like nobody ever knows how much better it got if you want them to believe that you just started off like doing great from the jump.
Diamonds, like diamonds, all your videos. Like,
yeah. Like, fuck all that.
You got a history. You want to have that history down there.
You want to, because people respect that growth when they could see it too. You know what I mean? That elevation. Even on Instagram, you go to the bottom to the top, you just see how like things are building up and blending all together. And you got to really be like not only like manifest things, because like you gotta be able to look at your page too and look at it ahead of time, like, okay, I'm gonna do it like this, and then just make it happen, and
especially on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean YouTube too. I mean, but YouTube is just all about just like posting good content and just flooding that bitch, you know what I mean? Like just
Is it hard to stay away from, like, 'cause you have a core of solid foundation of raw, interesting interviews that people want to see? Is it hard to stay the course and not go for that clickbait type stuff?
You know what, man? I mean, that's a good question.
To chase the followers, right? Because the big thing is let's chase followers, right?
Right. Yeah. Exactly. I mean, a lot of people, they have different, like plans, I guess you would say, like different ways of thinking about it. Like for me, I don't feel like I've ever made any content to try to like actually like go viral or some shit like that. I mean, I make funny shit, trolling motherfuckers or some shit like that piss me off, but it's like I never like was like, oh, I'm gonna try to go viral. It's just some funny laughs or whatever.
Nice.
But yeah, no, like that's easy because when you love what you do and you have that strong vision, like you're just living that pathway every single day. You just every interview or everything you do is like it's something built within you. You know what I mean? So it's like you just live the life you're supposed to live type shit, and then the content is what shows that. You know what I mean? And I just don't. I'm not trying to be famous. That's the thing. Like there's people that want to be famous, so like they try to do weird shit for attention, you know what I mean? Like,
weird is the right word, exactly.
Or make content that, say like, recently, I made a video. I didn't even post it on YouTube or anything, but I have reacted to the whole like Trump shooting and shit like that,
Oh wow.
But I just posted on my page to try to get people to come over to my YouTube. Like I'll clickbait that, but it's like
that was a smart one. That's a smart.
I'll put my link from my recent video on there instead of like that, because because there's a different way of looking at it. You know what I mean? Like people that do stuff like when something recent comes out, they gotta react to it because they're trying to like just do it for clicks and shit like that.
Do you think that like it seems like drama sells, so they're trying to find the drama, create the drama, and then that blows up? It seems like that's the pattern.
But is it respected though? I mean, yeah, I mean all these guys, do it like DJ Academics, I mean he went up because it would just drama, and he if you really look at him, that's the type of person. I mean, look at you and me, like we more calm and chill, like we don't make that type of stuff because you gotta be within that type of character if you're gonna be running a platform to go that route.
It would be difficult for us. We don't even know how to do that. We'd be like, what?
Your values gotta be that, you gotta be like, you know what? I'm gonna be like this because a lot of those people they look at other people like No Jumper or DJ Academics and they're like,
Right.
you know what, this is what they do, so I'm just gonna copy, and then it just creates
A
just a
bunch
whole
of
bunch of.
no jumper copies. It's funny.
Oh, I see a lot of them out there, man. Like, man,
It's funny.
no.
It's crazy. It's I don't know. I wouldn't want that. It seems like it'd be not only hard to keep up, but somewhat dangerous, the stuff that he does, like the stuff that he kind of gets into.
Well, I mean, I just feel like, and it's a good point you made about the drama shit. Cause say like my platform is like all like based off of like support, love. I mean, obviously you can tell by just the comments and shit like that. People always show love. You know what I mean? There's
Yeah.
not no hate. A lot of these other pages they built off of like a hate thing. Like you post
Mm.
something, everybody wants to, cause that's what attracts more people. You know what I mean? Like just you say some negative shit, somebody else is gonna want to either defend it or say some more negative shit because people on the internet be followers. You know what I mean? Like
Trolling. It just
yeah,
yeah.
because they ain't got nothing else to do.
Yeah, it's that's interesting. I guess that's why I wonder. Like, thank God, I'm knocking on wood, I don't get negative comments, but I assume that's probably because of what you're saying. Like, we're keeping straight content that's not like trying to create all this crazy madness and
Right.
drama out there and adding to
Yeah.
the fire of the social media freaking
That's why I have
madness.
haters. You know what I mean? Like that's why I have haters though. It's because like they know a lot of people know everything that I do is it's legit. It's for the culture. But you got people out there that what I mean. That might not be their agenda. You know what I mean? To elevate and bring people together and shit. Like they might not. They might only want their little section of people to go up or some shit. I mean,
Oh, 100%. There's like that whole jealousy aspect and
oh yeah, no, trust
wanting to
me,
take
like,
people down.
but this is more like where you come from, you know what I mean? Like this is what I've experienced just like doing this shit, you know what I mean? And experiencing like things from people, working with people too, because when you work with people it's more personal, and then when you gotta cut them off for something, you know what I mean? And they talk about you or whatever. It's different than when you just promote somebody online, you know what I mean? Like when you actually build relationship and you give them juice, then you know what I mean? Like take that juice, you take the whole bottle away from them. Hey, bro, you don't get no more juice. They get
They
they
act
get
up.
weird.
I've had that
Oh no,
experience. I know what
I
you're
got
talking about.
a lot of motherfuckers out there that woo making posts, blocking me, putting their shit on private, talk about me on their story. I be having people, hey man, you hear such and such posting you on his story. I'm like, damn, for real? That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Juice Gang Gang. What up, W2 Splinter? Welcome to the show. If you're just joining us, we're with Kshotem, YouTube Extraordinary Interview, hardcore underground interviews from the OC, the best of the best underground hip hop, the Kshotem Show. Make sure you follow. I put the link up there to his YouTube, and we're just talking about his whole thing. He's got a big brand that has a lot of things going on, and it's exciting because it's not when we first started talking, it was just this clean interview, and he's known for that. It's beautiful the way he does his interviews, but now he's always been a great on social media, but now he's doing these reaction videos. He's streaming now. He's trying to get closer to his community. He's building a community. He's building growth, and we're just talking about keeping it positive. So I think is what we're really getting into right now is like how to keep that positive flow going with all the things that are going on in the world, and to be able to keep it positive. And so it's just a great topic, I think, especially now.
Yeah, with me, I just mentioned this. I was live with somebody yesterday, what I mean, on my Instagram, and I was like, bro, I surprised myself on like how solid of a person that I still could be after all the shit I done faced, dealt with, and you show love, you know what I mean? Like you show love in the beginning, and you continue on, it never changes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because solid people, that's a definition of a solid person. Like, you gonna go through some shit because you solid, you know. So
Mm.
like when people ain't solid, like they do weird shit, flip flop, you know, whatever. So it's just you gotta have love for what you do, and I feel like me, I built myself enough to where I just know who I am at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like, so that's what makes me Kshotem and then the solid person, and you know, I rather God know like I was a motherfucker in the situation that you know what I mean, like looked out, did a lot, and you know, I feel like I just can see everything for what it is too, for a lot of different reasons. You know what I mean? So like I just continue to help, you know what I mean? Like I
Nice.
know I know I know what the world is about, you know what I mean? I know what we face against every day. So I just, you know, I do the opposite of what the average person might want to do, you know what I mean? Like I just want to uplift the people, you know what I mean? And I do that through the content, you know what I mean? And or conversation, whatever, you know what I mean? But you definitely got to, you know, shade the fake, you know what I mean? And you only want people around you that wants to elevate, because there are a lot of people out here that want to dim that light of yours, you know what I mean? And you might not have met nobody, you know, but shit, I done met a lot of motherfuckers, man. Since the last time I talked to you, I would love to get this light, you know what I mean? But shit, I'm a one man army in this shit. Ah.
Yeah. No, I think it's weird. It does happen. I hear about it. But even a small channel like mine, you would think that nobody would care what I'm doing, but I do hear side talks here and there. But I'm just so I think what helps me is I'm just so focused on my vision and what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
I can't go backwards or like look. I'm so
Oh
busy going
no.
that way.
Well, I think, oh, and this is another thing, right? Through all the hate, right? I think what keeps me really going and being staying positive is because through all that hate, there's elevation every time, bro. I swear to God, like every
Nice.
time somebody tries to hate on me or put lies on my name and put it out there on the internet, like God is almost like, don't trip, bro. I got you. You know what I mean? Because it's like I already done helped a lot of motherfuckers. So why are y'all trying to ruin my name when I already done helped everybody? It's like God's like, bro, I got you, bro. Like every time they do that, because I don't know if it's me or me just being in good spirit all the time. I don't know what it
Do
is,
you
bro.
see
But
that
it's
in
like,
like? Do you start to see it in signs of like, as negative people pop up, you start seeing like positive people pop up too? Is that how it
it's
happens?
not even it's not even about that. It's just about how I post on social media and shit like that. Like say like I was posting the full body shots for a long time, but then like I started to post just like the more close up just from my camera too. Some photos were just from my phone camera and shit, which were still good. But it was around a time where like motherfucker was even paid for a promo, you know what I mean? Like trying to like shade my name, you know, like whatever, right? On some weird shit. So basically right after that, you know, I started taking pictures from my camera again, and it's like the vision just got even more sharp. You know what I mean? And then I did a couple rows of that, and then
Nice.
with that too, it was like I started to like do the group thing. You know what I mean? And it's like people within, you know what I mean, just on some hatred shit. You know what I mean? That you know, you work with people, you gotta depart yourself for whatever reason because you can only work with so many people anyways, right?
Yeah.
So it's like I can't focus on you, especially if you ain't trying to pay me nothing. And that's another thing, like motherfuckers will feel so entitled and they didn't give you a motherfucker. I mean, motherfuckers still owe you a couple bucks, right? And motherfucker over here like acting like, you know what I mean?
Give me an eight
Like
by ten.
you him and you did something to him or some shit, like, you know, like I
Yeah.
don't know, bro.
Crazy. Yeah, I think it for you, it's you're so busy creating the next thing that it keeps you focused. Your vision
Oh yeah,
is just
bro.
razor sharp.
The next thing, like I have like 3 or 4 videos right now that is just sitting in my on my card, you know what I mean? And it's like it don't stop. Like if content ever did get slow, it's like, oh, I'll create a reaction video or I'll do this, I'll do that. Like it just I haven't even shot an interview. I mean, I shot one the other day, but it's like I started to just post artists, and that was like every week, like 2 times a week or some shit, every like 3 days or some shit. Like I was starting to post because those posts are different than reels. You know what I mean? It's literally just like some pictures. You know what I mean? Whatever, promoting for a song or put the YouTube in there. Just a picture post is a little easier to do, and but it was all follow up shits, you know what I mean? Like posting a picture for a music video dropping soon or a song coming, you know what I mean? Whatever. So I just have a whole like formula on how I present the artist, promote the artist,
Like a what?
and
Like a workflow for each artist?
well, yeah, that too. But I'm trying to like get it to where they all like get on the same song together. It does take time, but right now we are going through just like little motions is what I call spiritual warfare with them probably because they're younger, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, oh, like, people record different ways too. So, I have to tell people like you gotta be patient and you gotta, nothing happens fast either, you know what I mean? Like you gotta be consistent with your craft and if something is new to the environment, you just gotta give it time, don't let your emotions get the best over you, you know what I mean? And I just sit back and watch, right? And then I give my input, but it's when, the youngins think they know more than, shot them, that's when I'm like, oh shit, man, like
Oh
I just
yeah,
let them. I just let them do their thing. Then let them figure it out, and then in a week or two, we
they
see
come
what the
back.
results. Yeah,
Yeah,
let's see what the
they
results look like.
it's hard because they see other hip hop artists on Instagram and they're like, he's already booked. He's already fast. He's already got this. So they're trying to make it fast. Like everything's got to be fast.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, what a lot of people do is like, oh, I seen da 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 do this, so I'm gonna do that, but they don't realize it's not as of doing like that of the result you're seeing. Like he just didn't do it to get the result. There was other things that was in the structured plan, and I mean, you only
Yeah.
know you on that plan too, and you accomplishing things. Like once you start the manifestation, things will just start to like fall in line. But you can never manifest things like, I mean, you could, but you can't live off of like another person's straight up whole like life idea. And just like when they see rappers with money, like, oh, I want to be a rapper because I want to get some money. It's like, bro, like
That's the
you don't
wrong
even know.
reason.
Yeah, that's like, bro, you're in for a whole. That's like a rude awakening. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah, I
that's
think
why
they
I
think they're
do.
going to be rich right away, and
Right.
so you're right. It's a rude awakening because if they're there's no it's not wrong to want some money, but in arts sometimes if the money's the only focus, I wonder if it kind of hinders the art, right?
Oh, of course. I mean, like I heard something where a dude was like, if you're not ready to work 5 years without making $1, then shit, don't even do what you're trying to do. You know what I mean? Cause shit.
That's most business. Most business doesn't
Yeah, yeah.
start
It's like
until 5 years.
right, right. You can't ever expect like like I said the other day. You can't expect a half a step for a whole miles of work. You know what I mean? Like it's just not how it works. You know what I mean? Like people think like I'm gonna do this one little thing and da da da. Like nah, bro. Like that's not how it works. Like you gotta feed the plan, and like I tell other people, like result you don't see right away. Like growth, you're not supposed to see in a week. Like you got to give it time. You got to, because growth is something that you consistently do. You know what I
You
mean?
got to plant
And
those
then
seeds and water it and fertilize it and watch it
because
grow.
patience is like the biggest thing to anything you do in life. I feel like what I
Mm.
mean is being patient. Like
And it's probably
be
hard for the younger cats to be patient. They don't know anything about that long suffering.
well, yeah, and like being kind of like I don't want to say misguided, but not like like coming up. You know idealistically or some shit like that, you know what I mean? Like moving around a lot, like just, when you're all over the place as a youngin, you know what I mean? It's harder to wrap your head around like certain things, but it's also hard when a motherfucker's telling you like, hey, da 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 da. But when you're like 15, 16, like you still on like either having fun or like, you know, girls are, I guess, still kind of newish to you, you know what I mean? So it's like there's a lot of distractions. And see, that's why later on in life, those are all the same distractions that, hold you back sometimes, you know what I mean? And it
Mm,
starts when you're younger though, you know, those are the main things that you start to look at, like the girls, you know what I
the
mean? And
patterns,
yeah,
same
like
patterns.
insecurity and shit. But
How do
that's why
you
I tell people,
how do
you
you
want to
deal
feel
with
hungry.
like most people are what you're talking about? They have distractions, they have other things going on, they want to party, they different things, but there's an extra little bit of it when you're working with like especially hip hop artists that are like gang affiliated. Like there's even more, I think, of that extra because they're not thinking of, they could be in the studio with you rapping, but they're actually thinking about something else that's going on in hardcore on the outside. How
You
does that
know,
affect the process?
I don't even think it's so much of that. Most of the time, I think it's like a lot of these younger people, they grow up faster than the kid that isn't like in the street or whatever. So like they might feel like they know as much as you, or like, they
Mm,
done. And I mean, kids nowadays, let's face it, like, these motherfuckers, they are more advanced than whenever I was a kid, you know what I mean? Just like how their mentals work now, you know what I mean? Because they see all the same information as us too,
figuring it
like
out on
back in our,
YouTube.
yeah, and back in the day, like, I mean, it was the start of the internet, you know what I mean? So it's like the information wasn't like a lot of shit was still hidden if you was a kid, but nowadays you have a phone, you younger, than you can see all the same news and whatever else, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
you can learn in a
kids
second.
in tune, you know what I mean? But it's like it's definitely a challenge though to, you know, manage just people in general is what I notice, honestly, like whether they're older, younger, I mean, people just feel like they even have the answers even if they don't, you know what I mean? And
Right.
it's hard when you try to help somebody and they think you don't know what you're talking about sometimes, you know what I mean? It's like, well shit, I just let them go, you know what I mean? And then I keep
Man, that's crazy, dude. You got your hands full.
yeah, no, this definitely is something where it's like it gets yeah, there's a lot going on, you know what I mean? Cuz before, whenever I first did this with you, I just had the interviews. I was just to myself, you know what I mean? Like I wasn't bringing people in so much to where it's like I put this management title on it, and I think Baby Rich was the first one I really realized, like, man, like I be helping motherfuckers manage, you know what I mean? But ever since then, it just floated around, you know what I mean? But the youngin, my little homie Don't Get Attachment, he's the one that I really like put the stamp on there because met him when he was 15. And it's like
Yeah.
man, this kid could do something if he just listens, does the right things, and he did, and he was doing good, you know what I mean? But right now, oh boy just needs to, get on that pivot, you know what I mean? But you can only teach whoever so much, you know what I mean? It's up to them to really like go hard, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm sure there's like ups and downs, and especially as they grow, there's growing pains and things come up. So it's not easy.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not easy, and I understand that too, you know what I mean? Like, but see, a lot of things are emotions too, because like, man, we could talk about all day about my life and the ups and downs, but you don't hear me talking about nothing I'm going through. And I mean, motherfuckers don't know what I'm going through, but it's like I guarantee you it's something to talk about. I'm not over here like, oh, like da 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 da, like nah, because that'll throw me off my square. You feel me? And I always tell them the same thing, like, bro, don't let all these other things like knock you off. Because if you're really trying to get somewhere, you need to stay focused on the main goal, you know what I mean? And that's the
How do
music.
you what is your secret for them? How do you how do you do that? How do you stay on your square?
I mean, shit, first, if you have a pattern in your everyday, you know what I mean, then if you wake up every day at this time, you know what I mean, you focus on the music, you know what I mean, you do a little bit of exercise and whatever, like you just feel your day like anybody else. But see, that's why with them, I teach them like them qualities of life too. Like this is how you be like a young man too, my boy, you know what I mean? Like this is gonna help you with the music, but this is just how you should want to live if you just wake up and do nothing all day or some shit like that, you know what I
Just
mean?
play
Like,
video games all day.
or whatever the case is. So, like, putting them on that structure for the music, it just teaches them the qualities of life too, you know what I mean? Like, how to be just more structured with what you're doing. I mean, then with how people post and stuff like that, I make sure that I implement that structure into like social media too, you know what I mean? So
Mm.
where they understand it's just a way of thinking, it's just a way of living, you know what I mean? Like,
So the first part is kind of like giving them forming good habits that they can
yeah.
follow.
But see, they so some people might be so young where you just be like, what you got to say, like, and be like, oh, you old head, you feel me? Or like whatever. It's just like, nah, this is like just the right way to do things, you know what I mean? Like, and later on in life, I tell, some people, I'll be like, man, later on in life, you'll realize that this is the shit that you be doing the most, you know what I mean? Just because most people got to mess up to figure out what they should be doing, you know what I mean?
Right. They're gonna learn either the easy way or the hard way. They're gonna learn.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. They gonna learn, that's for sure. And I mean, I can't lie. I was like one of them young, hard headed little kids too. You know what I mean? That's why like I fuck with them so tough because I'm like I was just like this little motherfucker. You know what I mean? And whatever. You know what I mean? So I get it. You know what I mean? I can't, I
Nice.
can't, I can't really be too upset. You know what I mean? But it's like I be trying to get shit done. So having people that understand like what needs to go, really go on. You know what I mean? And we got to get it done type shit. But when it comes to that, I do be impatient, but like I said, having patience is everything, you know what I mean? So
So
that's why.
because you didn't put yourself out like this before. That's the whole thing is when I first met you is just videos. Now you're getting in the mix. You're in their lives. You're helping them create videos, helping them with their business, helping them with their habits, and
Yeah.
now it's a whole thing. So you're in it.
Yeah, see, originally whenever I first started doing this, I was kind of doing what I'm doing right now where like I was like in person because the interviews didn't come in till like 2022. So 2020, I was just like out there in the city doing vlogs, but I was just seeing what I would like wanted to do. Like, okay, let me shoot a music video. It was all just me practicing though. Like, it wasn't like I was found yet. Like in the sense, I just knew what I wanted to do.
Mm.
But so I was documenting the city stuff like that. But now it's all came back around, but like in the elevation way. You know what I mean? Because people seen in the beginning, but in the beginning it wasn't like no management and no shit like that. Even though I had artists that I was helping and I did manage, it's just I definitely didn't put a title on it, but I did gain him on social media and with his music. I made him a better artist. So like, that was early on too. You know what I mean? So it's always been
Yeah.
in me to. It just progressed within time into what it is right now, and that's why you see me like everything that I'm doing, I'm supposed to be doing. Like the youngins and helping them out. Like all those things were just within the elevation process. And I feel like everything that I experienced, went through, whatever, it put me ready to really just take over this shit, man. Because I'm one person, you know what I mean, and you know, all I need is like one video to really like go up, which I don't focus on that. And my channel could have easily way more people looking at it right now, you know what I mean? And I mean, I can't lie to you though, like
What would it take to
like
do that?
honestly, dude, like with me, I don't really think about like what video I could make. I just kind of like know like if I just stay consistent, it's gonna be something that happens naturally though. You know, it could be either in an interview where somebody like clips it and it's funny or whatever. You know what I mean? It could
Yeah.
really be just like there's an argument in an interview or something, like just a natural thing. But most of the time, if I have an interview with somebody, it ain't gonna go that route. You know what I mean? But
So you think it's just like staying the course, staying with your vision that keeps you from going off course, and then eventually, because you're staying consistent, your content will pick up.
yeah, I mean, I'm gonna keep it real. Like, I'm just waiting for my channel to get monetized, and then that's whenever I'm gonna really like go up because life shit. You know what I mean? Like, is real. You know what I mean? So like, I have love for this. You know what I mean? Always will. But like, once I could actually like start getting like revenue off of like what I really do, um, that's when I already know I'm gonna go even way more crazy than I'm doing right now. You know what I mean? I could promise you that.
Nice. And you
It's all gonna
have
be
you already have 1,000, don't you?
yeah, oh, yeah. I hit 1,000, and I have like 1,500. It's almost yeah, like 1,600 watch hours. I need like 4,000 in total. So like
Okay.
the watch hours is really important right now because
Oh,
subscribers. I get subscribers. You know what I mean? Like those, I get a new subscriber every time. And I can't lie, like my analytics, man, like from last year to this year, I already have gained the amount of followers that I gained last year. I already gained all those subscribers already, you know what I mean, this year. So
dang.
when you look at my like analytics every year, my YouTube channel has been growing, and that's one shouts out to you because of the lives, because definitely whenever I'm live, they join. I'm like,
It's
hey man,
right. Yeah.
subscribe, and
Yep.
that's why I kind of laughed at people always trying to tell me about the oh, you gotta tell people to like and then I'm like, bro, when you go on YouTube, that's all they telling you, like, comment, subscribe, because that's how you grow. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah. The lives are
Um,
when you're live, you get all kinds of new eyeballs. It's freaking awesome.
oh yeah, man, like live is definitely where it's at, and just by me promoting my channel on Instagram, and I feel like I ran my channel up with like likes, comments, and like interaction that my page value is there on Instagram. So like I start to focus less promoting on Instagram and more on YouTube and sending that link out, and just of course my story post too, since the last time we linked up, they have elevated too. Like I'm really like doing more with the story posts, you know what I mean? And
Nice.
customizing them, and I feel like I started that wave because now everybody's doing like, if you notice, cutouts on their story and like like making it look all like dope looking. I swear to God, last year they was not doing that shit, you know what I mean? And
Oh, well,
I feel like there's
they probably discovered CapCut is what would happen. They're probably not. They're
well
probably not doing it themselves.
Well, yeah, it's probably that, and then it's with me, I started to do that on Instagram. You know what I mean, like last year, and then the custom story posts, I started to put my background in there, and then put like a video, and like that's what started that whole like custom story post shit. And I feel like people just like catch on to things, and then they don't give credit where it's due, and they just abuse it, and they might do it a little like more professional or whatever. Me, I just do it all right there on Instagram real quick, you know what I mean? And
Let me show you guys what.
but
Let me show you guys what he's talking about. There's his stories, right there. Let me click through some more. You got
yeah, I
that?
mean,
What is it?
I really start to, what I mean, like, and those take time to do. Like every story post that I do, most of the time it's like some shit I had to customize. It took a couple of minutes to sit there and look at, you know what I mean? Like if I want to promote somebody's page post, then I still make it into my type of looking story, you know what I mean? So, and
Right.
that's what promotes it, too, you know what I mean? That just the way I do everything nowadays, like it all promotes and it's like a natural thing now though, like making these custom story posts, like I just when you elevate, you can't go backwards, you know what I mean? Like that's all you know. So it's like you ain't about to like do it how you used to do it when everybody looks at it how they look at it, and it's a double-edged sword because it's like it takes more time, and if you don't do it, then they're gonna say like, "Oh, your shit kind of weak now." Da, da, da. But
Yeah, once you go down that path, you can't go backwards.
yeah, you got to keep on elevating, and then you know everything gets easier in time if you just keep going and you love what you do. You know what I mean? It's just like a job too, like you can't go to that bitch every day if you don't like what you do.
Mhm.
You're gonna end up leaving that bitch, quitting, going off on your coworker, some shit, you know what I mean? Hell, I done smacked them hell.
Oh yeah. Now, but I like that you're going hard on. I see that you're going hard on YouTube. Almost every single post, you got the link on everything. I need to learn from that. That's hard. I don't think I push the YouTube enough at all.
I use the community a lot too on YouTube. Like every time
Oh, you do?
I drop a post, I drop right there too, make a little post for the community, tell people right there, you know what I mean?
Have you been getting a lot of
You
responses on the community post?
I mean, I was at one point whenever I was more active on YouTube, but like I go on and off sometimes because
Yeah.
I mean, like what I do is, or at least for a while, whenever I'm really sunk in, like whenever I drop a post, like I'll go post it like everywhere, like Twitter, Facebook, and I've been doing it, but sometimes I do like invest a little bit of time on Facebook, Twitter, places that I don't normally be on, you know what I mean?
Mm,
Just to spread out a YouTube link
trying
or
to spread it
whatever.
out.
Right, because you definitely want that name to be everywhere, you know what I mean? It's hard to focus. That's one reason why it's hard to focus on streaming so much, or not streaming, but like figuring out all the little things about streaming because your focus, or at least mine, like maybe if you're not like ADHD as fuck, like you could like focus better, you know what I mean? But for me, if I'm trying to get some shit done, like
Yeah.
I can't be focused on a wide spread, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah. Because it's every
and
platform. It's not, and I don't think people think about, like, it's not just the posts, it's the little things, the details, like writing copy, especially when it comes to YouTube, because you've got to make sure you got your tags in there, you got to categorize it correctly, you got to say what language it's in, you got to click now
oh
whether
yeah.
it's AI produced. They've got all these things that you got to click, and this is just for one freaking post. You've got to go through like 10, 15 things that you got to make sure are on point, because if you don't, then it won't get pushed.
Oh yeah, and like on Twitter, of course, you gotta have all them fucking hashtags and shit. So
Yeah.
you know,
You,
it's like
you go hard on Twitter?
not really, honestly. I just go on there to make a make a little post. You know what I mean? I be doing the same shit on Threads too. You know what I mean? I go on Threads just to make a quick post, and definitely YouTube and Instagram are my two main pages, and I mean, and I noticed too, like obviously the my YouTube has been growing because of the gang culture. Obviously, like that has a big eye on YouTube. A lot of people look that type of stuff up. So like the
Mm,
vlog I did, the Anaheim Folks Gang vlog in Anaheim or whatever, that one's been going up without me even like really promoting it too much on Instagram and shit like that. Like
wow.
it's just been going up, and I don't pay for like the Google ads or anything like that. I'm just waiting till I could actually get ads put on my videos once I get monetized, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Now the Google ads are not cheap, so it's not something you want to do right away when you're first starting out.
I don't feel like that actually brings you like real like support. It just gives you that number. Yeah, it's real, but it's like I don't think it like it. I mean, you might get a couple subscribers off that, but I feel like I could gain more just by doing it the way I do it, or like because
Yeah. Real
I mean
followers.
Right,
like
yeah,
that
exactly.
like your content actually, not just numbers.
Right, because I had somebody show me like before, like, because he was trying to argue with me or whatever. He showed me something like that, like 20,000 or 30,000 views. I'm like, yeah, bro, but like, who's behind you though? Like, do you have like supporters though? Like, I don't give a fuck about that shit.
You might have like
Like,
20,000 views, but no interaction.
right, yeah, that to me, that shit don't mean nothing. You know what I mean? Like, it's all about who's behind you, who you can get right now to support you and keep supporting. And I think that's where people forget. That's what makes you grow. You know what I mean? It's not people that chase views. They're just chasing to be validated. It's not really trying to build. You know what I mean? And
Right.
that's why I don't really look at views, but I still get like a couple thousand or whatever on some videos. You know what I mean? And but once my shit gets monetized, bro, I swear to God, like I'm about to go crazy. You feel me? Like you thought I went
Nice.
crazy right now, so I'm about to go crazy.
You're gonna go full time with it, huh?
Bro, I mean, our man, if you really knew my life, man, then you would know like how my life is now. It's like everything is showing like that's what's going on and that's where it's heading. Like I'm about to like get that real YouTube money, get that real, like not a job money, you feel me? Because a motherfucker can't even, shake one of them no more, you feel me? Like I could barely go to the grocery store without a fucking motherfucker coming up to me telling me, "Oh, you're on the face scanner thing." I'm like, "What?" Like just to get me to leave, you know what I mean? Like, damn, bro,
You're on the
I
face
don't even
scanner.
know the face scam shit or scan shit where you know how like that's how they identify you to like, oh, like you be stealing here, we got you on the face scanner shit, you feel me?
What?
Like
So are they? What are
yeah.
they? Are they not wanting you in the store?
I mean, some places, I might have went in there just to like get a couple things, and I might have just, been on some like I just woke up shit. But with all the tattoos and everything, and if I have my hoodie on, they just think like he's gonna like steal or something. I don't know what they think. So like, I be getting all types of bullshit in public, bro. Like, I mean, hell, I went into the Walmart with my parents one time, and I don't know if they thought I was like some famous person, but I seen a couple like people like that. But then my dad was telling me like, yeah, like security on your ass. And see, I don't notice it because I'm on my phone half the time, ignoring everything.
Oh,
And
security.
yeah, my pops will be like, all this security, da da da. But
So they
they
didn't think you were the drummer for Blink 182. It wasn't like that.
they do sometimes. Yeah, they do. I was in Target one time, and a lady was like, she was like, "Oh my God," she's like, "I thought you were Travis Barker." I'm like, "Nah, like."
That is awesome, dude. You should
That's
just do that. You should actually do. You should actually do your next interview as Travis Barker. Just do your best impression of Travis Barker. Hold some drumsticks and interview the rap guy and see what he says.
I should go. I should go. I should dress like him, go out in public.
Yeah,
Actually, there was
just for
Chris Brown
shorts.
just
That's all
got.
he does.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Chris Brown just got mad at a motherfucker because he seen an impersonator or whatever. You know what I mean? He's like, "Man, you ain't me." And
He
he
got
left a
mad.
comment. Oh yeah, he got pissed. He got fucking mad as hell. I mean, I'd be mad too if like a motherfucker was trying to look like me out there. You know what I mean?
Imagine when you get famous, there's going to be Kshotem impersonators out there at Walmart with their parents. And
A
then,
lot of people like they try to like change up their name too once if something happens or they want to change their name and that's what they don't understand about me too. It's like you got to face whatever it is, you know what I mean, to overcome whatever too. But like me, I'm always gonna be K Sodom or like whatever brand, like the whole KTSU records, like it's always gonna be something like that. But you know it's all about just, what I mean, that elevation, you know what I mean? But it do get hard though. I can't lie to you, you know what I mean? But you gotta see the bigger picture and what you're doing. Cause there's a lot of people that, they walking across, broken bridges, like they didn't
jeez.
burn that motherfucker. They just walking over a broken ass bridge, you know what I mean? They shaking on that motherfucker.
What do you mean? Before they even get there, the bridge is already broken?
Yeah, it's like motherfuckers choose to cross a, you know, broken ass bridge. You feel me?
Oh,
Like
damn. They're going down the wrong road.
they going down the wrong motherfucking road, man. And, I mean, that's the thing when you so like tune into yourself too, bro. It's like you be knowing, like, you know, you see people's paths before they be walking. You know what I mean? Like you see, like, based on how they think, what they do. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like, and you know, it's just a general standpoint, though. You know what I mean? You got you, people got to figure out what's their main like direction first before they do anything, right? I mean, I feel like a lot of people, they do things for a lot of different reasons sometimes, and you know, everybody got to align the same way in order for things to flow and to work. You know what I mean? And that's just what you would call being a part of a team of anything. You know what I mean? And but with what I do is essentially bringing like everybody together, building that like team without putting even a title on it. You know what I mean? But that's
Nice.
just the current thing that I be going through. You know what I mean? I'm trying to perfect right now. You know what I mean?
Nice, my man. Well, I appreciate you coming on. Kshotem, if you're not following Kshotem, I'm going to put the link right here in the chats. Make sure you follow him. He's elevating the game, elevating the rap game. Anything that you need to find out about the upcoming underground arts of hip hop, my friends, this is the guy to talk to. Kshotem in the house. He will make it happen. Make sure you sub. Hit him up on follow him on Twitch as well. Let me do a shout. Let me do another shout out on Twitch if I know how to do it here. Boom. There you go. Make sure you follow him on Twitch as well. He's streaming reaction videos. So he's not only creating the interviews, he's got the reaction videos as well. And then also some behind the scenes editing. What a day in the life of an editor, a day in the life of an actual professional video editor. You're going to see that on twitch.tv/Kshotem. Make sure you follow him as well. My man, thank you so much for talking. We'll see you next quarter. Come back in next quarter and find out what's going on? Or sooner? Huh? Nice. All right, man. I'll talk to you soon. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Juice Gang Gang, Juice Gang Gang. Stay thirsty, my friends. Not dangerous.